Hi friends, Ed Bumpkretz with EYT Media, a parent company of exploreClarion.com and explorevenango.com. With me today is Dylan Cyphert, left-handed junior pitcher from the Cranberry Berries. Dylan, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Sure. I just want to go over a few stats with you. You guys had a heck of a year. I mean, what does it feel like, to you and to your team to do as well as you did?
I mean, I think we had a great year. I mean, it's the farthest the Cranberries ever gotten, and I think it's a good accomplishment, but we're not going to stop there. I still have another year with my team.
So this is the best Cranberry team ever. First state appearance, first state victory, and then first district title game. So, I mean, how's it feel? I mean,
it's a great feeling.
It's awesome.
It's a big accomplishment for around this area. I mean, our conference wasn't the best, but district title game was tough. We had our number 2 start. I mean, he's a pretty solid pitcher, but
right.
Couldn't get on top, but we did. We had a good season.
How were your fans?
I mean, they're pretty good. We had a fan bus to the quarterfinal game against California, so that shows, I mean, what the people were like around this area, and
right.
They're very supportive.
Good. Okay, your stats. You faced 121 batters, struck out 80 of them. That's 66%. And then you had 36 innings pitched, so you averaged 2.2 strikeouts per game, or per inning. So you're striking out most of the side. What's your mental state when you go into facing a batter?
I mean, I just got to stay focused each batter. I just got to pay attention. But, I mean, the batters I faced in the conference isn't that good. And last time I faced the best hitters in the country, so I was definitely mentally prepared.
Yeah, right.
And physically prepared against this competition.
So how do you approach a KSAC batter versus like a traveling team?
A KSAC batter, I just try and pound the zone, fastball. But, once you can't do that to, better hitters, best hitters in the country, but
right.
Got to use my off speed.
Right. KSAC MVP in the outfield and in pitching, right?
Yep. Pretty
impressive. Already verbally committed to Penn State. Want to talk about Penn State?
Penn State's a great school. I mean, academically and their sports programs, but best facilities in the country, and they have the best coaching staff. Our 2015 class is coming in. It's going to be ranked top 10 in the nation, and I think it's shaping up pretty well.
What other offers did you have?
I had an offer from East Carolina, and I was being looked at by Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and North Carolina. Nice.
Some good schools to pick from, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get some of these questions here. What has the season meant to you?
I mean, I just try and go out there every time and give 110%. I mean, it's shaped up pretty well this season. The season went well.
I noticed you quit basketball, or you didn't come out for the team. Was there a reason for that? Just want to focus on baseball, or what was it?
I just want to do some training with baseball in the winter, because in the off season, if I'm playing basketball, I can't, be in the weight room and all that, because I'll be sore for that sport. But
was that a hard decision to make?
It wasn't hard at all. I mean, after my freshman year, I was a decent basketball player, but I wanted to focus on baseball to get better at.
Some of your pregame stretching, we did a little bit of a video demonstration in the outfield, but can you tell our viewers what kind of stuff you do to get ready for a game?
Well, mainly I will stretch out my hamstrings, and then I long toss in my catcher, foul pole to foul pole, and I think that stretches out your arm for later in the game, and it keeps you loose.
When did you know baseball was something you wanted to focus on? What age?
Probably after my freshman year, so probably about 15. I started to develop a low 80s fastball, and I decided that baseball was my thing to do, and pitching was what I'm best at. Did
you go to any camps, or how did you get involved in these traveling leagues?
I went to a couple camps. I went to a couple showcases for a prep baseball report, and that really put me on the radar, because I was obviously developing a low 80s fastball as a lefty, and that really helped me.
What's your summer schedule like? Where are you going? Probably up and down the East Coast, right?
Oh yeah, I just got back from Florida. I went to the Perfect Game National Showcase. It's the top rising seniors in the country are invited to it, and it was a good time facing the best hitters in the country.
Do you still have fun playing baseball, or does it kind of seem like a job right now?
It kind of seems like a job right now, because professional baseball is, that's what I want to do, and it's becoming a reality for me.
You're still having fun though, right?
Yeah.
Good deal. What advice would you give young players coming up, like who want to go to the next level?
Young players coming up, I think I've been asked multiple times that is velocity, is that it? It's not. It's, location, pitchability. If you have a feel for pitching, you're going to be a good pitcher. But a lot of young kids have trouble with velocity, and they make that a big deal, but it's not. If you have a feel for pitching,
Right.
then
How many pitches do you have?
I have 3. I have a fastball, a slider, and a changeup.
Is that all you need?
That's all you need for high school. But in college, if you're being looked at by colleges, they'll develop your changeup and make it better.
You want to show the camera your fastball hold?
I just grip a 2-seam. A lot of people grip a 4-seam like that, but I just have a 2-seam that has that run on it. So
Tail?
Outside, you're right-handed batter, but I just grip it like that.
What about changeup? You do circle change?
I do circle change. I'll make sure my finger's tucked in my thumb right there. And make sure there's space in between the palm of my hand and the ball, because that creates more movement off your hand.
Do you try to keep those on the same?
Oh, normally, but your changeup, you pronate your hand, so if it comes off your hand, it's going like that, and you get the tails.
So when I'm batting off you in about 10 minutes, that's what I got to look for.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll try. I don't know if I can do it or not. What are your thoughts on social media as an athlete? Is it a pro or is it more of a distraction?
I mean, it's good or bad. I mean, I try to stay off of it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you never know what you're going to see on there.
Right.
But I just try and stay humble, and I don't post that often.
Right. How do you try to stay a normal teenager? Like, what do you do in the off seasons, the nights off?
The nights off, I mean, I just sit on the couch and watch TV. And when I'm in the weight room, I definitely take that seriously.
Yeah.
But
What are some things you need to improve on?
I think my slider, I need to get the velocity up on that, and just the feel for pitching. I mean, I need to get better.
What are some goals for the next few years?
Next few years, I just want to increase my velocity, and I don't know.
You want to play in the majors someday?
Yeah, that's definitely my
Dream of
goal.
getting drafted someday?
That's my dream, to get drafted next year this time.
How do you get that fastball from the mid-80s to the low 90s? Like, what do you have to do?
I mean, just being in the weight room and long tossing strengthens your arm. I think that's the most important thing as a pitcher, to long toss.
He was warming up. He was pretty much throwing from left field to right field, so that helps you out?
Yeah, it definitely strengthens your arm. I suggest you do it every other day. It definitely helps.
But you start close, and then you kind of gradually...
You go back and then go. I mean,
You're just going to blow your arm out.
that's bad for your arm.
Yeah. If you had to take your pick and had a phone call, what team would be drafting you?
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pittsburgh
definitely.
Pirates? Well, hopefully that happens.
That'd be awesome.
I'd like to see that. Sometimes baseball, you're going to play as long as you can, but what's your goals after baseball, whenever that may be?
Baseball,
Any field you want to get into, any
It's not
major?
a specific field, but I'd like to do something in sports, obviously do something in baseball would be nice, but I plan on going to college and getting a degree, but I'm not sure what that's going to be yet.
What kind of sacrifices has your family made, your mom, dad, and your brother made for you?
I mean, my dad takes off work all the time, to get me to these places, and I appreciate it, but my mom, obviously, she has trouble getting down to Florida sometimes.
Right.
I definitely appreciate it all.
Good. Well, Dylan, I appreciate you giving us the time on this Father's Day. I'm going to step into the batting cage here with Dylan and see if I can hit one out of the infield. So, Ed Bumkretz for EYT Media, a parent company of exploreClarion.com and exploreVenego.com. 814classifieds.com has brought you this video. This is your local marketplace to buy, sell, and trade. This is Dylan Cyphert, Cranberry Berries. Dylan, thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.